For those unaware, Jason has recently decided that he will try and stream every single day for a year. And it was during one of those streams an idea was hatched, a Pokemon tournament. Now, half of my content is Pokemon related, so I'd like to think I'm alright at the game. So I signed up, ready to beat up his loyal fans in a kid's game. The format was Gen 7 OU. We had a week to prepare, and most importantly, the winner would receive 20 bucks from the streamer man himself. I was ready. I spent the week building up a team on Showdown. I chose Tapu Lele and Medicham to be my powerhouses, Excadrill to keep hazards off of my side, Clefable to stop sweepers in their tracks thanks to Unaware, Heatran to set up rocks and to trap opponents with Magma Storm, and finally, a Rotom Wash holding a Choice Scarf. I had never ran a set like this before on Rotom Wash, and little did I know just how much it would help me in the tournament. The day of the tournament arrived, and I felt confident with my roster. During the tournament, I was in a call with Jason, Nick, and Rowan. Somehow, none of us got matched against each other in the first round, so we all went off to fight the viewers. My first match was against Erasmus, and I get a good start by almost knocking out his Manaphy. I also end up getting Stealth Rocks up on his side, which will discourage him from bringing out Pelipper or Volcarona. He gets a good read on my switch into Rotom and almost knocks it out. Some more switching happens, and I end up taking down his Pelipper. I'm also able to take out Savali thanks to the sheer power of Mega Medicham. From there, it's all over for him. His Volcarona can't touch Heatran, and I still have my full team left to deal with his weakened Mons. I win the first match convincingly.
So you won?
I won, yep. 5-0.
5-0.
The second round put me against my friend and longtime rival. I get a good starting matchup against Jason, but he reveals that his Landorus is also scarfed and is able to get it out before I can trick it. His Tapu Koko is left with the scarf now, so I bring an Excadrill, knowing that whatever it locks itself into won't do much against him. Knowing that he will bring in Landorus, I switch into Rotom Wash. Oh, we needed that to hit.
Oh my
god. I was holding my breath for that. Momo is a big threat to the team if he's able to get off his Z move, so I have to utilize my two fairy types to keep it at bay. My Clefable actually turns out to be a massive wall for his whole team of mostly sweepers, and it ends up doing good damage to Gyarados and even taking out Azelf. Once again, Heatran walls out Volcarona and even takes it out. The Komoa is able to get its Z move off, but Medicham is able to bring me the victory, sending Jason to the lowest bracket. My third match was against Slay and Stray, a capable trainer who had sent both Nick and Rowan to the lower bracket, meaning it was up to me to avenge them. He brings out his Quagsire early, which gives me an idea. I switch into Excadrill to take the Toxic, then back into Rotom to take the Earthquake. From there I'm able to use Trick, giving Quagsire the Choice Scarf, locking it into Earthquake. I'm then able to predict the switch and burn his Kartana. We're only 5 turns in, and I already have an amazing start. His Greninja hits hard and I get an unlucky flinch. I'm forced to hard switch into my Clefable as he brings out Chandelure, a Scarf Pokemon that threatens my whole team. I scare it out with Heatran and take out his Talonflame. He brings out his own Mega Medicham, which two-shots my Clefable. I bring in Tapu Lele to try and take it down, but he switches into Kartana, who goes down in one Moonblast. Chandelure comes back out and I'm running out of options for it. Despite my great start, these two Pokemon have been able to deal massive damage on my team and even out the game. I'm able to knock out his Quagsire thanks to a crit, and my Medicham takes out his Greninja, leaving my Mega Medicham to face his, and unfortunately, I lose the speed tie. Tapu Lele takes it out, but not without taking heavy damage. Chandelure is his last Pokemon. He can't lock himself into Shadow Ball this time because Excadrill will survive it. He has no choice but to go for his Fire move. He clicks Fire Blast, and that's it. Tapu Lele is on too low of health to survive, and my Excadrill doesn't stand a chance. It's over.
Well, what a crap, baby.
Slaying
What?
Stray needed that to
He
hit.
needed
bro.
that.
He needed that. Is your Excadrill sashed?
No, but it's assault vested. But I don't think that mattered.
Oh.
I don't think
Yeah, I don't know.
If it was Flamethrower, maybe, not a Fire Blast. Yeah. At the time, I thought I only won because of that lucky miss at the end, but looking back at it, there were times that he got lucky and stopped me from taking out Mons. Either way, it was definitely the hardest battle in the tournament, but that win was enough to put me into the Grand Finals. While I was sitting comfortably in Grand Finals, Jason was busy. He was running through everyone in the lower bracket, determined to get his rematch. He quickly took out Rowan, and not even Slay and Stray could stop his rampage. Jason was now against me in what would be the greatest matchup in the tournament.
Win twice.
You do have to win
in order to
twice.
win. Oh,
It was a close
God.
game last time though, so it is doable.
Yeah, I guess. Right.
I try to change things up by leading Heatran, attempting to get Stealth Rocks up early. He must have saw it coming because he led with Komodo. I'm forced to bring in Clefable, who takes big damage from Earthquake. My Rotom does good damage to Gyarados thanks to the Choice Scarf, but Clefable is quickly taken out. Medicham is able to revenge kill it, but after some switching, Landorus takes out my Rotom Wash. This is the first time in the tournament where I've had such a big disadvantage. I get an unlucky miss with Magma Storm, but I'm able to set up with Tapu Lele. This battle isn't over yet. Tapu Lele one-shots Volcarona, but I have to switch it out against Landorus. We make some more switching around, and I'm able to even take out Komodo in the process, but at this point, I'm all out of options for Scarfed Landorus. It takes out Heatran, and Tapu Koko cleans up. My first loss in the tournament. Thankfully, because Jason came from the lower bracket, that means he has to beat me twice in a row to be crowned champion. So we have our rematch, both determined to take the title. In our last battle, Jason was able to win because my Clefable and Rotom were knocked out in the early game. So I used the time between matches to think about how to avoid that from happening again. I lead Rotom this time because I determined that it has more good matchups than Heatran, meaning that there's a better chance I can get off to a good start. I immediately burn the Komodo. My plan worked. I bring in Heatran once again to stop the Volcarona dead in its tracks. Now I can get rocks up. With Flash Fire, Heatran does massive damage to Komodo, and Tapu Lele takes it out. Azelf and Tapu Lele both take massive damage, but Azelf quickly falls to my Excadrill. Gyarados comes in, and it's time to make another play. In our last game, he stayed in on the Volt Switch because he was able to survive. The difference here though is that electric terrain is up, meaning that it'll probably kill at this range. This makes it very likely that he'll switch to Landorus, so I go for Will-O-Wisp and get the burn. I know Hydro Pump would have killed him, but Will-O-Wisp is safer because there is still a small chance that he would stay in with Gyarados. With Landorus burned, Jason is running out of options. I sack Tapu Lele and use Clefable to try and take down the Gyarados, but it isn't enough. Clefable also goes down, and Medicham has to come in to finish it off. It also takes down Tapu Koko, and Rotom Wash takes out Landorus. Jason is down to his final Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're all going out.
We wouldn't even
Alright,
have that.
we go out in style. Kaboom!
Explosion. Oh god. Wow.
That was an explosive finish, man.
GG. And with that, it was over. I won the first ever JO Sen Cup. The team that I crafted was enough to pull through. Overall, if there was one thing I learned from this, it was that holy shit, that Rotom set was nice. It did way better for me than I'd originally planned, and I'm so happy to see it work. At the end of the day though, it was a lot of fun, and I really hope he hosts another one in the future. Of course, I highly recommend you go to his Twitch channel where he streams every day, and if you want to participate in one of these, that's where it'll be announced. And with that, the story of me winning a silly Pokemon tournament comes to an end. But when one door closes, another one opens, and our Pokemon adventures are far from over.